Hello foodies, this is Tony. Welcome back to Trophy Food Experiences. Today I'm doing a review of a recent dinner I had at Rimrock Cafe, which is located at 2117 Whistler Road in Whistler. Pretty iconic restaurant known for game and fish and a great wine list. Upscale but pretty casual too. It's about 10 minutes away from the village, so it's a drive. And parking is, I think, pretty ample. The parking lot sometimes overflows, but there's side streets you can park at. This is just in the reception area. This is their little wine room. They are known for their wines. They have a pretty good selection there. And so if you're into upscale dining, but you don't want to dress up too much, this is quite a nice restaurant to go to in Whistler. This is a short video showing a wall near the bathrooms where their restaurants be featured different articles. One thing that's very unique that I haven't seen at other restaurants is they have 6 different preparations of oysters. So let's start with the raw ones. For the left-hand side, raw one is the champagne, which is just champagne vignette, and then the one on the right is Rasputin, which is vodka, creme fraiche, and Tabasco. They're $3.75 a piece. I prefer the champagne. Then the 4 different preparations of cooked oysters. So from the top left, there's the miso glaze, which is green onion miso butter. Then in the center, that's the rimrock, which is lobster, bechamel sauce, smoked salmon, emmental cheese, and then the one in kind of the middle top is the Rockefeller, spinach, pernod, and hollandaise. And then one at the bottom is the almond crusted one with a lemon beurre blanc. Really neat to have different preparations. I enjoyed all of them actually. I prefer the champagne, and also I think I like the Rimrock as the best. But it's really neat, and each of the cooked oysters is $4.25 an oyster. But just a neat thing. We had, I guess, a selection of one of each of them, and so that was kind of nice to just try out. I mentioned they have a great wine list, and so I chose a Paulo Scavino 2017 Barolo, $169 a bottle. I didn't think it was expensive. This is kind of a difficult wine to find in the marketplace, and they had the proper decanting of it. They had proper glasses, Barolo glasses, so it was delicious and went well with the meat dish that I chose later on, as you can see in this video. For the appetizers, I had the lobster bisque, but I actually forgot to take a picture of it. It was quite nice. It was $19. My friends had the seared scallops. So this is with apple and leek puree, pickled and charred leek, and teriyaki bacon jam and Tabasco for $25. Nice presentation. My friend said the scallops were done very nicely, and so no complaints about this dish. My other friend had the beef tenderloin tartar, olive oil, Dijon mustard, toast, point, and capers for $24. You can see that by the size of the dish. First of all, the presentation is wonderful. Secondly, the size of the dish is quite good. For $25, I don't think that's expensive for what it would be an upscale type restaurant. I would say that probably, in my opinion, I prefer the beef tartare that they serve at Alouette Bistro, and you can see my video of that at the end of this video. My other friend had the spiced fried cauliflower, and I did take a taste of this. It's very nicely priced for $18. Look at the size of this with hummus, pickled lemon, pistachio, dokai, and parsley oil. Very flavorful. And the lighting here is a little bit low, but again, I try not to filter or edit my photos at all. Every photo that I take is for sure a photo that any person could take. So it's not spiced up or spruced up at all. And so that was just the lighting on that time, but it was an excellent dish. This is the duck 2 ways. So confit of duck and then sliced duck breast, noodle, and cranberry orange chutney for $49. Nice dish. I think the sliced duck breast was very nice. As you can see, it's a little bit on the rawer side, and I like that. The duck confit was good also, but I find again it's really tough to make out of this world duck confit because everyone makes it pretty nicely. I can tell when it's really, really bad, and I can tell it's like really, really good. But in the middle, I would say this is above average, but it's good. It was a good dish. This is a half lobster for $49. Again, wonderfully presented. I'll just mention our server was Venetia. She was excellent, very knowledgeable, very friendly, very efficient. So um, I wish every server was like her, and maybe it's Whistler. I don't know if it's just because everyone's friendly in Whistler because it's a tourist destination, but if every server were like the servers I had in Whistler, in Vancouver, we'd have a lot more Michelin star restaurants. So she was excellent in terms of the detail. She knew all the dishes. She was friendly. She was efficient, and thought her service was excellent and added to the meal. This was the seafood trio, and I think it featured salmon, another fish, and then four prawns. And this was for $55. Again, no complaints here. Good food, good, nice variety. Showed the plating is nice. So, very nice meal. We really enjoyed everything about the meal. For dessert, we had their dessert medley, which is $28. It's kind of like mini versions of all the desserts on the menu. And I wish more restaurants did this. It's wonderful. Even if you're so full, you should really try to have this. We had four people and it was perfect. So from left side, you have their sticky toffee cake, which is very famous with vanilla ice cream. Then you have some macaroons and a kind of like a piece of fudge. Then you have a chocolate ganache cake. Then you have a pecan pie, then a creme brulee, and then mango sorbet. Really nice portion just for four people to share, just get a little bit of taste. All in all, great meal, wonderful service. The food and the service is upscale, but the environment is very casual and makes you feel very relaxed. So it really lives up to its billing as the number one restaurant in Whistler. I think it's well worth it to go visit them. It's really hard to get a reservation, so you do have to book early. But when you get there, I think you'll almost certainly have great time and great food. So I'm going to give it a strongly recommend. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy eating.